Hey, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about condiments, but before I get into it, I'll give you a quick outline. This video is going to be in a bit of a different format. I'm sure you can tell by the video content already, but the topic's going to be a little quicker. I'm going to go unscripted, it's going to be a little more casual, and I'm likely going to do the audio in one take. If you feel so obliged, go ahead and let me know if this works a little better as a format. If not, tell me you hate it. But condiments. So my complaint in this video is pretty much going to be centered around how people use them, like the process of applying condiments rather than like what they use them on. Like food combinations I'll probably hit in a different video, but yeah, the process. You'll know what I'm talking about in a little bit. So one thing you'll notice on a lot of bottles when you walk into a grocery store and you start reading them is shake well before use. Whether that's, ketchup, aerosolized fluids like a spray on sunscreen, drinks, or whatever else in this corporate world is a mixture. So mixtures are those things you learned about in like third grade, and they'll probably ring a bell in just a second, but they can be solutions, colloids, or suspensions, and they make up quite a lot of products nowadays. So in case you don't remember, mixtures, anything two substances mixed together. And it can be homogeneous to heterogeneous. And on that scale, you start off with solutions, which are really finely mixed, like sugar water, for example, where you can't see any sort of grain physically, and it's down on the molecular level. It's really mixed. Then you've got colloids, which are a pretty smooth mixture, but they can be a little grainy. They do have particles suspended in them that can be visible. And then you have suspensions, which are, again, particles suspended in something else. So a good example of this would be like a vinaigrette, where you have different spices, or even like tea, where you have something floating around in the water or mixture. That's the scale, essentially. But the reason you're instructed to shake a lot of these things that you find in stores is that when they're left alone and cold and they just sit on a shelf, many mixtures can separate. And by agitating or shaking the container, you can basically mix the parts back together pretty smoothly, which restores your condiment experience, I suppose. And it's kind of ridiculous to me how this doesn't click with a lot of people, because in the case of sour cream, they know that, you open it, you have to mix the liquid, which is actually whey, not water. And I recommend you look into that because it's pretty cool. I'll put a note in the description probably. But in order to use the sour cream, you have to mix that liquid back in, essentially. And I'm sure if sour cream came in a bottle and you didn't see it, then a lot of people will do the same thing they do with ketchup, which is just open it, like tap it a couple times, and then squirt the water, or in this case, whey, onto their food. And it's a problem that seems pretty simple to me, because you just have to remember to shake the bottle. And I guess it's just something that a lot of people don't think about until they open their sour cream and they see what looks like a white suburban mom's soap decorations that they put in their bathrooms. You see them. I'll put a picture up. Yeah. But in any case, the solution is easier for ketchup than sour cream. You just shake the bottle. You don't have to put a spoon in and mix it before you use it. I would think that it would be simpler and that people think about it. But, it's just the solid components of ketchup are a lot more viscous than the liquid. So when it settles, with the water and it's a bit of vinegar, obviously it's going to hit your plate before the actual tomato, the flavor part of the ketchup does. And so if you don't shake it, you're going to be guaranteed that watery, vinegary, sour crap every time, and it's going to soak your food instead of, being what you want. So a quick sidebar I want to go on actually is that it's really cool how ketchup acts physically. As a mixture, it's not a classically Newtonian fluid, so it behaves just slightly differently. It actually pours at a slower rate than it can be squeezed. And I'll link a video here somewhere explaining ketchup mechanics, because it's actually pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, just shake the bottle before dressing your dog. It'll pretty much always negate the watery crap phase of condiment application. It'll make the ketchup easier to apply. It also helps to get it out faster, because it's like the liquid is mixed in with the solid, so you get the ketchup out. You don't have to sit there and smack the bottom of the bottle for hours if, you don't just start squirting water out of the mixture of the bottle. You maintain that consistency throughout the entire use of a bottle of ketchup. It can actually also be lessened. One thing, I think people put their fridge on too high a setting usually, which, if you want things to get colder faster, it's fine. But, your condiments that are just sitting there, they're going to be a little thicker, and they're probably going to separate a lot faster, just due to fluid mechanics and mixture mechanics. But yeah, so that's it. One thing I want to address before I end the video, for the love of God, if you get some ketchup on the cap, just wipe it off, or mustard for that sake. It's so much easier when it's still ketchup or mustard and not air dried into that nasty glue on the cap. Like, just be a good person. That's something I'll probably also address is litmus tests for being a good person, and like how we can trust people in our society to do the right thing. It's so simple. Just clean it, grab a napkin or a towel or something, and just wipe it. Because you're going to open it, and you're going to be likely the next person to open it sometimes, and you're going to have to deal with it. Nobody wants to deal with it. Why would you do that to anybody else, much less yourself? I don't really understand. But that's my take. Take care. Hey, it's me from the future in post-production. I kind of ran out of audio content to go along with the video, so I'm just going to let the rest of this play. There's not going to be me talking about anything else. It's just going to be the game. So if you're not interested in seeing this finish, go ahead and leave. That's it. Bye-bye, and take care again.